Ladies and gentlemen, all things in between, welcome to What Remains of Edith Finch. Now, I saw this story on the shop. It was on sale, so I said, you know what? It looks really good. It's a big story game. I love story games. We're just gonna go straight into it. What do I do? Oh. Edith Finch. How do I?
A lot of this isn't
Oh, there we
going
go.
to make sense to you, and I'm sorry about that. I'm just going to start at the beginning, with the house.
What the fuck is that?
I lived here until I was 11, but I wasn't allowed inside half the rooms.
It's like the Halo Neighbor game. Orca's Island Gazette.
Inside the mailbox were bills from 7 years ago, marked urgent, open immediately.
I like those.
I hadn't been
those
back since
glove
my
hand.
brother Lewis's funeral.
Oh. That's sad.
In her will, my mother left me a key, but didn't tell me what it unlocked. Maybe she thought I'd know. Or she thought that the mystery would be enough to bring me back.
Which way do I go? Do I go through the woods? I'm gonna go down here.
The truth is, even after I inherited the house, I never thought I'd come back to it. But now I had questions about my family that only the house knew the answers to.
Milton Finch. Family member. Go to the bridge. Yes.
The woods around the house have always been uncomfortably silent. As if they're about to say something, but never do.
I mean, I prefer quiet woods. I'm also a horror game guy, so that might be why. Milton? Yep. Who's Milton? We'll probably find out. Truck?
The house was exactly like I remembered it, the way I'd been dreaming about it.
It's such
As
a
a child,
weird looking
The
house.
house made me uncomfortable in a way I couldn't put into words. Now, as a 17-year-old, I knew exactly what those words were. I was afraid of the
17 and I'm
house.
inheriting a house? I'm also afraid of the house. Do I go over here? No. Oh, we see our shadow. Look at us. Windows, I think. Let's go in the front door. Knock a knock.
I hoped the
Knock,
key might unlock the
knock.
front door. It didn't. Looking in, I felt like the house itself had been waiting for me.
What does it unlock? Probably a door over here that it unlocks. Because why else would the text be over here? Probably there. Huh. Hold on. Oh. Actually, that's gonna give away stuff. I'm gonna block that. I'm not even looking at it. I'm not gonna look at it. I blocked it so you can't see it.
Crawling
That
through
works.
the doggy door used to be a lot easier when I was 11.
Probably, yeah. Just looking at stuff.
For the first time in years, I felt like I was home.
Is this gonna be
But
sad?
instead of a family, there were just memories of one.
Oh.
Like how after Lewis started working at the cannery, we all got sick of eating salmon. Except our cat, Molly.
Shout out Molly. Edith, Eddie, Lewis, and Dawn. I don't want to miss anything.
The table was still a wreck from the night we left. It was like a bomb had gone off, killing everyone but sparing the furniture.
They're eating Chinese, though.
My mom was the only one of us who could imagine Great-Grandma Edie living in a nursing home.
Edie, there we go. What do I see? Oh, it's just shadow.
Nothing in the house looked abnormal. There was just too much of it, like a smile with too many teeth.
It's like, yeah, it's very hoarder-y.
Even the fireplace had a story. Edie told me the bricks came from the original house, after it sank.
After it sank. Is that the house that sank?
Mom always told me to stay out of the basement, so I wasn't too surprised when the key didn't fit.
I won't go in the basement. I go straight for the bourbon.
Great-Grandpa Sven built a music box for Barbara, along with the rest of the house.
Oh, Barbara. Duh. Who is Barbara? Yeah, coming off of Little Nightmares, I've had a bad experience with music boxes. Oh. The fuck was that?
My mom wasn't much of an optimist, but she never stopped believing that my brother Milton was alive.
Damn. Fuck.
After Milton disappeared, Mom sealed up all the bedrooms. Then Edie retaliated and drilled peepholes.
Oh. Molly.
Molly always seemed like a girl I could imagine being friends with, if she hadn't died in 1947.
Oh?
I spent a lot of time playing in Great Uncle Walter's room. I think my mom sometimes regretted not sealing it up. Lewis told me there were secret passages, but I never believed him.
Aha! For a book?
Turns out, my mom was really good at keeping secrets. Now it was time to find
Oh,
out
shit.
what my mom had been afraid of. Reading this, maybe it sounds like I had a plan. From the paintings on the wall, it was clear my brother Milton had been here before me. But I had no idea what was behind that door.
Molly's room, I think.
Just like I had no idea where all this was gonna lead.
Yep.
I grew up looking at Molly's room through the peephole. Molly's gerbil had a tiny bedroom with its own even tinier gerbil cage. Being inside for the first time, I felt like I'd stepped behind a painting.
Something behind the painting? No. Okay. Look at that later. No, look at that now. Okay.
I got the sense Edie had spent a lot of time here before my mom sealed the doors.
So was Molly your aunt? Or aunt?
December 13th, 1947. Dear Diary, I'll be gone soon, but I wanted to tell somebody about what's gonna happen. It started when Mom sent me to bed without dinner. I woke up and I was starving, so I looked around for something to eat. The gerbil food was dry, but I didn't mind it.
It's not a good idea.
Mom, can I come out now?
Sweetheart, it's late. Go to sleep.
My Halloween candy was all gone.
Damn. This is terrible. Got a fish?
I kept eating and eating.
Toothpaste? I regret doing that.
Then I heard chirping outside my window.
Bird. I'll look at that in a second.
I ate a lot of things that night.
Fish. Hello, fishy. Oh.
I thought about eating Christopher, but I held back.
Don't eat Christopher! Yes.
It was a barn swallow going back to her nest. I reached
Hello,
out
birdie.
for her.
Oh shit, am I falling through the fucking...
And suddenly,
Oh no, I'm chilling.
I was a cat.
What?
I tried to be quiet, but the bird was really scared.
How do I... So I'm...
Mom and Dad
Huh.
didn't even look at me.
Hello. Whoa. 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 Hello. What's the goal here? Ah! Get me out of bird.
I jumped and I almost got her. I could tell she was getting really tired.
Mirror,
Now
motherfucker.
I was up in the big tree. I promised Dad I wouldn't climb it anymore. All I cared about was eating that mama bird.
Yeah.
I gobbled her up. And suddenly, I was an owl. First, all I heard was the wind. Then I heard little teeth nibbling in the grass.
Yeah, I hear it. I'm gonna lie, I ain't hear shit.
Rabbits. I imagined his face looking up and seeing mine through my talons. I swallowed him up, and I didn't chew one bit. Then I flew
Okay,
off
Bevo.
to find something bigger.
Then a fucking rabbit? Oh, you just ate a whole ass rabbit. Is this like a fever dream?
A rabbit.
Where? Ah!
She
Yeah.
was almost too big to carry. I started choking, but I couldn't stop eating. And suddenly, I was a shark.
Fucking what? What the fuck you mean? Oh, I can jump. Yeah. Whee! Dude, what you know about shark in the woods? Shark
I
in the woods.
rolled off the cliff and into the ocean.
Whee!
Now, I was hungrier than ever.
This is definitely a fever dream. I should not have eaten whatever those berries were.
I wanted fat, juicy seals.
Come here, seal! Where'd it go?
I
Nom,
tore
nom,
off
nom.
her flipper, and it tasted really good. I grabbed on tight. When I was so hungry, I jumped out of the water. When I opened my eyes, everything had changed.
Am I hentai?
Now I was a monster, and I smelled people everywhere.
Bucket.
I was big, but I moved real quiet. I wanted to stop.
This has gotta be a
but
fever dream.
Also, I didn't.
Early in the morning.
After the last passenger, I was still hungry. And across the water, I smelled something new. Something I had to have, so I swam towards it.
This is definitely a fever dream. I definitely ate something I shouldn't have.
I slithered onto the sand,
Shit.
and the good smell went into an old pipe.
Shit.
I got closer and closer.
Am I eating myself? Guys, do I eat I'm gonna list save. I'm gonna leave Christopher.
All of my stomach started growling. And suddenly, I was me again. I held my breath for a long time, but I couldn't hear anything. I think it's waiting for me to fall asleep. But it's not going to wait much longer. It needs to feed, and we both know I will be delicious.
Huh?
I'm not sure if I believed all of that, but I'm sure Edie would have. This will be obvious later, but my mom never told me any of these stories. Edie would have, but Mom didn't like bringing up the past. Though, when we adopted a stray kitten, she was the one who named it Molly. I spent a lot of time in Great-Grandma Edie's room. We got along, and it was a good place to hide from my mom. Her room was like a museum. For 500 years, the Finches have been famous throughout Norway for their fortune and misfortune. Odin Finch buries the latest victims of the family curse, his wife Ingeborg and their newborn son, Johan. On January 7th, 1937, he set sail with his family and his house, hoping to leave the curse behind. But 40-foot waves off the coast of Washington send the house and Odin to the bottom of the sea. Odin's daughter Edie, with husband Sven and baby Molly, step ashore on their new home, Orcas Island. Odin Finch is the first to be buried in the new family cemetery. His daughter Edie is already dreaming of a new Finch house.
Huh.
Whatever's wrong with this family, it goes back a long ways.
Sven and Eddie. At least there's nothing else in here.
Edie gave a big interview about a mole man living under the Finch house. My mom was furious. I hadn't thought of myself as Edith Jr. for a long, long time.
I guess I'm named after Edie.
One summer, they evacuated the island, but Edie refused to go. For a few weeks, she was a celebrity. When Edie told people Sven was killed by a dragon, she could also have said he was building a dragon-shaped slide that collapsed. She could have, but
Oh, damn.
she didn't.
Damn. Well,
Even in her 90s, sometimes Edie seemed a lot younger than my mother.
you cannot have a carpeted fucking bathroom floor.
The only trace Grandpa Sam's first wife Kay left on the house was the pink bathroom.
Oh, okay. Fuck
It
you,
was a
Kay.
pretty big trace.
You don't say. Am I dumb? Oh. Yes, I am.
There's a secret in this bathroom. It's in the last place you would look. It isn't in the cupboard. It's hidden in this book.
Okay.
Sven gave Sam an
Calvin
old camera
Finch.
he'd refurbished. He never put it down.
Milton again. Poosh.
I knew Grandpa Sam had a twin, and that he never talked about him. I guess my grandpa didn't like history any more than my mom did.
Oh shit.
How I Want to Remember My Brother by Sam Finch. The thing I remember is that when he made up his mind, that was it. My brother said he'd die before he ate another mushroom. And he did.
Oh, do I do both feet?
At
There we
Barbara's
go, I
funeral,
figured it out.
We swore we'd never be afraid again. And he wasn't. I think Calvin always wanted to fly.
Am I going off? Is this swing breaking? Or am I like slipping off of it?
Sam! Calvin! Dinner's ready!
Coming!
But that day, he finally made up his mind to do it. I told him going around was impossible.
Oh, we're spinning.
Maybe if I hadn't said that.
Shit.
Calvin! I'm not gonna tell you again!
Maybe if the wind hadn't picked up. Then maybe he'd still be here. But I doubt it.
Holy shit.
I think he'd already made up his mind. That's what I want to remember about my brother.
Shit!
The day he made up his mind to fly. And he did.
Calvin's story felt strangely familiar. When I was younger, I remember trying to do the exact same thing.
We've all tried.
After the funeral, Edie roped off Calvin's half of the room.
Damn. Yeah, damn.
Mom said Grandpa Sam enlisted at 18 and never set foot in the room again. The passages were a pretty tight fit. They'd obviously been built for smaller hands and bellies. Growing up, I always thought of Barbara as a child star.
Did she do movies?
I never thought about how hard it must have been for her afterwards.
She do drugs, probably.
Of all the stories people wrote about Barbara's death, I'm surprised Edie saved this one.
Old Jack here with another ghastly tale inspired by America's most unfortunate family. I'm calling it The Surprise Ending of Barbara Finch. As a child star, Barbara was famous for her scream. Now at 16, she was all washed up. A has-been. But in a lucky break, she'd been asked to perform her signature scream at a local convention for monster movie fans. It was just the boost her career needed. Unfortunately, her scream hadn't aged well.
Getting better. I think you just need the right motivation.
Her biggest fan and current boyfriend, Rick, was about to demonstrate when...
Now that was a great scream.
It was Barbara's father, Sven. He'd slipped into a table saw and had to be rushed to the emergency room. So Barbara got stuck babysitting her youngest brother, Walter. Her
What the fuck?
convention was cancelled.
The heck, Walter?
Okay, I'm hearing frustration, but I'm not hearing terror. What if I tried...
A gang of hoodlums in Halloween masks have been terrorizing Orcas Island tonight. Police are urging residents to...
That came from the basement.
You're right! Also, I love
That
your
came from the
delivery.
basement.
Why is your basement door locked?
Because my dad likes making puzzles and secret passages. There's a key hidden in the music box. The secret is to keep winding and winding until finally the key pops out.
Thanks, babe. I'll be back in a sec.
20 minutes later, Rick hadn't returned. So Barbara went to look for him, right on cue. She reached for the music box.
Oh, I'm doing it. Okay.
And as she wound the key, she listened for Rick, but the house
I was literally right
silent.
there. I just have to keep turning it.
She found Rick's crutch and imagined the worst.
Phenomenal theme song.
The gang's leader is the infamous Hookman killer, Dr. Carl Hamill, who impaled and then ate his family 10 years ago tonight.
The old fridge rattled and grew still.
Oh dear!
Oh!
Rick?
Barb, relax. I was just trying to scare you to help you find your scream.
Well, I'm not scared, Rick. I'm furious.
Then act furious.
Yeah.
All I'm getting from you now is that you're hurt and confused and
She threw him out,
Fuck you, Rick.
but she kept a little something to remember him by.
Barb, have you seen my other crutch?
And she was still holding it when she fell asleep watching the late picture show. Hours later...
Yeah.
Barbara! Walter, what's going on up there? Ah! Okay, I'm coming up, but if this is a trick, you're dead, Walter.
Boyfriend? Did boyfriend break in? Is he a psycho?
radio was still on.
Orcas Island police describe the man as 6 feet tall, with a steel hook for a hand. Residents are urged to lock all doors and windows and notify the police of any suspicious activity.
Barbara turned, saw the hook man, and was speechless. He was quite smashing. And he was. He couldn't get enough of Barbara.
Okay, Barbara, there's gotta be another way.
That night, she played her part beautifully.
Can I kick his ass? In Molly's room. Can I open the door?
Molly's door hadn't been opened in years. The hinges groaned. He wasn't moving, but she sensed the story might not be over yet.
He's gonna get up and kick my ass.
The hookman had vanished. She listened for his breathing, but all she heard was...
Where the fuck's the front door? It's over here. Why would I answer the door?
Dying to speak to young Barbara. At the door, she heard whispering. It was coming from inside the house.
Turn around, you fuck.
Oh dear.
The monsters had come to surprise her. For Barbara, it was a dream come true. Then she saw what kind of monsters they were, and she realized what was about to happen. She was going to be famous. And with her final breath, Barbara Finch gave the performance of her life. I wasn't there myself, but I hear Barbara was magnificent. Poor girl. She had a taste for stardom. But unfortunately, so did her fans. Of course, the police blamed it all on
Got killed by
poor Rick,
Psycho.
who disappeared the same night. And little Walter? Hiding under his bed the whole time. He took it all pretty hard, but that's another story. As for Barbara, tucked inside the music box is all they ever found of her. Her ear. Now that's what I call a real eerie tale.
Edie told me all Barbara wanted was to be remembered, as absurd as that comic was. Maybe what Edie saw was a happy ending.
It was an ending, alright.
I guess now I know why Mom didn't like me playing with the music box.
So,
Edie's father, Odin, built the original house.
music box, come here. This house is fucking... sounds like it's barely holding on, but it's also tall as shit. There we go.
Mom said the basement was off limits, unless I wanted another tetanus shot. I saw Edie sneak down to the basement once, carrying packages.
It's the fridge!
I thought maybe she was hiding presents. It turned out she was hiding a lot more than that.
Damn.
I remember asking
she had a
Mom once
fucking
about where
dungeon.
Walter had gone. She said after Barbara died, he got as far away as he could. If there's a pattern in all these stories, I think it's that none of us has gotten very far.
Goodbye,
It's
everyone.
40-something.
I can't believe I've been down here for 30 years.
Huh?
On that first day, after the shaking started, I didn't think I'd survive a week. But after a few days, I settled into a routine. That's what kept me sane. Having a schedule, living for today. I always expected to be dead tomorrow. But if you wait long enough, you get used to anything.
Hold on. Oh, I can't turn off the fucking... Okay, I can't turn off controller vibration. Shit.
Even a monster on the other side of the door starts to feel normal. Almost friendly.
Peaches, peaches, peaches,
And then
peaches,
one day,
peaches.
everything just stopped. Whatever that thing was, it was gone. Maybe it got tired of waiting. Or maybe I just got tired of being afraid. It's been a week now, the longest in 30 years. I'm done waiting. I have to leave while I still can. I know it's out there somewhere. Whatever killed
What is?
Barbara and Molly and Calvin. Maybe this is all a mistake. But I need to stop living the same day, even if it kills me. Whatever's out there, I want you to know
I can't even turn around.
I'm ready for it. I'm going to appreciate all of it, especially the food. I don't mind if I only have a year left. Or a month. Or a single week. I'd be happy with one new day. I can already imagine the sun on my face.
Walter died when I was 6. I can't believe my mom never told me he was down here.